This video is continuing in the theme of our digestive system, stress, and our emotions, all of which are inextricably linked. If we're calm, our digestion works well. If we're stressed and hyper-emotional, then our digestive system can give us all sorts of problems. We've all been there. And I wanted to share something that was supernatural. I love being outdoors, I love being in the garden, and I love foraging. And when I see energy of the natural plants around us, it always really excites me when I see this particular vibration and color. And that is the vibration, the deep, dark, but vibrant, vivid green of the stinging nettle. It has so much high vibrational energy. It's a powerhouse of nutrition, of vitamins, of minerals, of antioxidants, polyphenols. It's one of the healthiest things to eat. And with this series of looking after our gut, the stinging nettle is free, abundant, and a wonderful source of healing and balancing energy for your gut. So it's naturally calmative, so calming your emotions, but in the same way it soothes your belly. So if you're feeling a bit irritable down there, you've got diarrhea, or you just feel uncomfortable, then nettle tea is a wonderful go-to. It's so full of all that nutrition that I've just shared, that it's anti-aging, it's antioxidant, it gets rid of free radicals, it boosts your immunity, it's great for your skin. It literally makes you glow from the inside out. There probably, if I was to choose one thing to only eat or drink from a health perspective, it would be the humble nettle. But I have to say I'm a bit of a wuss. There are some real energy freaks out there who, when they see a nettle bed, will literally go over and rub their hand over the nettles, actually causing themselves to be stung. I find that a little bit painful, but the reason they do that is the sting, that formic acid in the nettle leaf that stings you, actually lifts your vibration. It gives you like a zip, like pa-ding. And I'm sure you've felt that if you've ever been stung by a nettle. There is that kind of ouch that hurts, but at the same time, it does lift. It immediately makes you feel alive. You know you're alive. And that's what I want to share today. So I'm kind of bored of nettle tea. I'm also very lazy. I hate picking stinging nettles because they do obviously sting. And when it's warm outside, the last thing you want to do is wear long sleeves and put gloves on to go and forage them. But if you do want to do that, it's wonderful to do because they are so abundant. And spring, early summer is a perfect time to pick because they're so full of energetic vibration and, of course, all those lovely nutrients. But be warned. So, go well protected, but the sting will soon dissipate. So if you dry the nettles, just hang them in a warm, aerated place, the nettle, the little hair on the leaf will actually wilt and no longer cause the sting. Or you can simply blanch them in hot water or steam them, and in the same way, the nettle sting will go. So you can eat nettles quite happily once you've dried them or boiled them or blanched them, and of course made them into a tea. But I want to do something a little more exciting. This is about being a lazy forager, and it's also about being a healthy way to indulge. So join me in the second part of this video. So here we are for the second part of the video. You're joining me in the kitchen. I don't have someone who can do a proper camera angle to show you this really easily. So I'm going to have to lift up ingredients. So we're making Nettle-Ade. This is a beautiful drink, which is a tonic for your health. It's calming and restorative. Nettles are also a slight purgative, so you can use them to, if you're worried about toxicity, they're wonderful for a spring clean of your body. So this is a very healthy drink, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, polyphenols. I shared it all in the first part of the video. So fantastic for your health, fantastic for your digestion, and a really healthy way to enjoy a light and refreshing drink now that we're starting to get some warm temperatures. So I'm calling this Nettle-Ade, Nettle-Ade aid. So it's a Nettle-Ade which aids you. But what we have here, first of all, is a jug which has the zest of a lemon, which I've already zested in there, and some ice cubes.
And I've also juiced a whole lemon. Now I've got, it's about half a pint of boiling water in this little teapot that I have used a handful. We have a handy mitten. So you can either pick your nettles fresh like this, in which case you have to be super careful about stinging yourself. And one large handful will do that, this half a pint pot. If you're a coward like me, you can use dried nettle, which comes in an enormous bag. And you literally need a dessert spoonful of dried nettles. So that size spoon, a nice heaped one, dessert spoonful size, for half a pint of boiling water. And if you like it strong and you really want to water it down, then make a strong nettle tea, but just make sure it's well watered down. I use the strong tea, so I use 2 dessert spoonfuls heaped of dried nettles. And you can get dried organic nettles from Amazon. It's really easy to have it shipped to your door, and it's super cheap. So we have our ice cubes, we have our lemon zest, we have our lemon juice. So I'm going to pour, this has a strainer, but strain your steeped water and nettle. So I've got half a pint going into this jug. Let me show you that so you can see I'm doing it for real. Half a pint, let's wait. So half a pint is coming up. There you go. I have half a pint in there. So half a pint of nettle water over the ice cubes. It's been left steeping for 15 minutes, so it's already gone nice and cool. So now what we add to that for the flavour, it's already got the lemon zest in there. Half a pint. I'm going to use all the juice of 1 whole lemon, which I'm pouring in there. Now people use honey, you can use agave. I like to use maple, lovely maple syrup. I use the organic kind, so it's not overly refined, and it's a natural sugar. And just 1 dessert spoonful of this should be enough, but of course you can use sweetness to taste. So 1 dessert spoonful, which is beautifully pouring. There we go. You can stir that around. That's called muddling, apparently. So I'm now going to add something fizzy. Not the sparkling wine, but I've got soda water. So you can use soda water or you can use sparkling water, whatever you have to hand, just to give it that bit of fizz. So there you go. Heard a little bit of fizz as I unscrewed that. And I am going to literally do half and half. So we've got half a pint of the nettle, and I'm adding another half a pint. So it's quite diluted. So you've got lemon zest, lemon juice, the nettle water, and some sparkling water or soda water. And that is your Nettle-Ade. It's a really refreshing drink. I'm going to add a little bit of mint into my glass. Oh, it smells amazing. That's a spearmint that I've got fresh from the garden. I'm just bruising it because the mint adds a really nice flavour to this, a real freshness. And I'm just going, I'm just going to spill a lot of it. Pour that in a bit more carefully this time. And there you have, you can put some slices of lemon in there. One more sprig of mint for beauteousness. And there we have it, Nettle-Ade. I'm going to taste it to prove it's not poisonous, for which I will now remove that. Wow. It's really, really refreshing. You've got that hit of mint, a slight earthiness from the nettle, and it's just a beautiful flavour with that backdrop of the smoky maple syrup. I'd really recommend it with maple as opposed to honey or agave, but whatever you have to hand, and it's super refreshing and super healthy. So cheers to you guys. But of course you can do this the indulgent way. So this is incredibly healthy, and you can make cocktails from this. So if you're a gin lover, this is fantastic with gin, with vodka. It's nice to top up your whiskey or your bourbon, or even with rum, particularly rum with the maple syrup is a nice blend. So if you want to have a healthy cocktail as opposed to a mocktail, then this is a fantastic mixer with the same nutritional benefits. It will help your hangover the next day. So I hope you make that NettleAde, and I'd love to hear how you get on. Please like and subscribe and share this. It's a fabulous recipe that keeps you healthy and vibrant as we progress into the summer. And of course, you can drink it all year.